And when you're elevated into the victory, you're elevated into that has been eternally going on. Victory doesn't happen when you come into the embrace of the victory. It's your awareness that is quickened. The victory was already going on. And that's the cosmic joke of the thing. You know, the victory is not achieved. The victory is eternally happening. What's achieved is you're paying attention to it. There's the achievement. When you shift the dial of your awareness to the broadcast of eternal victory, that's the achievement. But the victory is an eternal reality, because victory is co-eternal with God. If victory is co-eternal with God, how can there be a time when victory is not going on? How can there be a spot where victory is not? Just like there's no spot where God is not. Because God is the eternal resonance, present everywhere and aware every when. Your life is beautiful. That's why when two beloveds are first in love, in the very honeymoon stages, they treat each other like God. You see it all the time. All the flaws makes no difference. They love each other's dirty draws. Because when one is in the honeymoon stage of being in love, the beloved can do no wrong. See, that means at the very core of their being, they are realizing that they are in relationship with God. They're having a rendezvous with God. Now, the honeymoon stage doesn't always last a long time. Some people only milk a few months out of it, you know. Some people get a year or a few years, you know, but that's, you know, so relationship, more than being a couple, it's a trinity. There's you, there's me, and then there's us. And us is the wisest one in the trinity. Because us is the greater resonance of God presence in the trinity. Us is wiser than you. Us is wiser than me, because us is the combination of both of our energies. Us has got your back. Us has got my back. Us won't hurt you. Us won't hurt me. When you're engaging in the trinity of any relationship that you are in, even when you are engaging with someone that is very negative toward you, remember the us principle. You know, where is that place where we meet, where only God lives? That's the sacred us. See, in the sanctuary of us, the relationship can be as dark and as negative as it could possibly be in the three-dimensional sense. And yet it has an elder dimensionality in the sanctuary of us. Your worst enemy in the three-dimensional moment is your greatest ally, all dimensionally. Loves you so much, all dimensionally, has your back. And so that's what you want to engage with. That's what it means also, that when, you know, someone is behaving in a negative way, rather than casting your attention exclusively upon that negative behavior, you look larger for them. You see the elder versions of them. You see the versions of them that behaves in a much more exalted way. Then you're quickening the us principle of that connection. See, because, you know, the us is where we have a rendezvous with God. Align in divine awareness with every being that has the mastery of saying the sacred yes and the wisdom to know when to say the sacred no. Because that sacred no then is a reflection of your exalted integrity. So feel your oneness. All of the beings who have have mastered that. Their mastery is your mastery. Their victory is your victory. Just go ahead and take it personal. Take all of the victories personal. And feel the wisdom that when you say yes, it's a full sacred yes. And it's totally in alignment with your integrity. And when something doesn't feel right to say yes to, then you say the sacred no. And then that is fully aligned with your integrity. And let go of the idea that anybody's up the creek without a paddle if you don't rescue them. Don't try to do God's job. There's a part of inner child that's totally at one with God consciousness. See, inner child and God are synonymous. That's why so many of the Holy Scriptures say, unless you become as a little child, you can't enter the kingdom. Those are the credentials that get us back full on into the absoluteness that we've descended from. Because the child is the innocence, the higher qualities, it's the infinite possibility thinker. See, your inner child, that's the part of you that believes any and everything is possible. And you see it with children. You ask, so what do you want to be when you grow up? They say any and everything and mean it all the way from their heart until they're discouraged by adults. Until they're negatively influenced by adults. They don't believe anything is beyond their reach. And the toddler really brings it home. What's their favorite mantra? Mine! See, you could have something that they want. They may have never even seen it before. But if they want it, they claim it. They say, mine. And if you don't give it to them, they will cry like it's no tomorrow. Because their nature is such that they don't believe they should ever be denied anything. That's the sacred fierceness of your inner child. It's about a softening of the heart. See, the more the heart softens, and the more spacious the heart is to receive the full magnitude of love, the next thing you know, there's no room for any kind of disorder. Because you're in the resonance of that frequency of love. You just let the love keep having its way with you. You don't have to manufacture and create the love, not even the self-love. Did you know you can't not love yourself? You can let your attention be hijacked away from your eternal self-loving, and you can be in the illusion that you don't love yourself, while at the same time, there's this greater expanse of who you are unfolding down the corridors of forever, loving yourself with the passion of heaven. And so when it comes to loving yourself, what makes it effortless is to realize that you don't have to do it. You don't do love. Love does you. You don't do love. Love does you. So you just let love have its way with you. It's that simple. You let love love you. God is infinitely patient with you. And God is not urgent for you to get your shit doodle together. See? God is infinitely patient because God infinitely knows that in due course of eternity, you're going to come into the full-on shining resonance of all that you can be while being in a state of eternal expansion of that. But God is also looking all dimensional. So God sees the part of you that's simultaneously victorious while you're simultaneously struggling three-dimensionally, regarding eating disorders and things of that nature. So follow God's lead. If God is not mad with you about issues you have with food, who are you to be mad with you about issues that you have about food? See, it's really so easy and so effortless. It's about a softening of the heart. See, the more the heart softens, and the more spacious the heart is to receive the full magnitude of love, the next thing you know, there's no room for any kind of disorder.